What's up people of the internet, it's your girl Shivon Leigh back at again with another video. So today's video I'm going to be talking about my 33 weeks of pregnancy update. So this is like a new mommy sheaves series. So I'm actually on my 33 weeks and 6 days. Tomorrow I'm going to be turning 34. So I was thinking like, why not make my 33 weeks instead of 35th, because so that I'll be able to update on my 36th week. So I thought I'm gonna be sharing you guys my symptoms, the things that I'm experiencing, any insecurities and all that jazz. Keep on watching if you guys want to know. Also, this video is dedicated to all the people out there. Wow, sikat. This video is somewhat dedicated to those people who have been asking me on Instagram, feels like to be pregnant at this age. Is it hard? So I've listed all of the things that I think, listed all of the symptoms and the body changes that I have observed ever since my 31st week up to this week. So let's get started. Alright, so the first symptoms that I've been experiencing, back pain. So back pain is really common during pregnancy because the belly is getting bigger, bish. As the belly is getting bigger, you're most likely be having like limited things to do, most especially if I try to look for my shoe under the bed or like my slippers under the bed, or even just try to put on my sock. The belly is a hindrance and I'm like, I couldn't pick up trash easily on the floor. So what I do is if I try to retrieve something on the floor, I squat as much as possible. So that's like my little remedy and my little trick and tip. If you guys are pregnant and is having like a struggle on how to pick up that thing on the floor, just squat, my friend. Second, swelling of feet and ankle. Well, as of now, my feet aren't really squishy looking, but it's getting cuter. But I'm expecting it around my 35th week or my 36th week, somewhere on that peak, I'll be having the squishy feet that they're talking about. My ankles looks like my mom's ankle. Well, it's not that bad, but it's there. Next, heartburn. You know the times when I'm really full and then I take my prenatal vitamins, I always get an acid reflux, and I've been experiencing acid reflux ever since. And when you guys have tasted prenatal vitamins, it's actually composed of iron, and if you have tasted like vitamins that has iron on it and then it would give you like the refluxes, trust me, it doesn't taste good, right? It's like you're eating a metal and shit. I try to eat minimally as much as possible, but you know, I can't help it. I keep on looking for food. Shortness of breath. I mean, I've already mentioned this one on my last pregnancy update video. Shortness of breath can cause like from your bad posture, from your bad sitting posture, or like your sleeping posture, because your lungs doesn't have like the enough air to breathe, since everything's like being compressed inside. So all you have to do is to find a way to make yourself feel comfortable and make your lungs feel like you have space to breathe. Difficulty in sleeping. This belly is getting bigger and bigger. Acid reflux. Sometimes giving me like the difficulty in sleeping. No matter how I try to turn on to any sides of me when sleeping and use my supporting pillow for my belly, it sometimes doesn't work. Feel ko weather lang yung parang ganon, because most of the times it feels heavy, sometimes it doesn't feel heavy. So I need to put my supporting pillow up here or on my belly, or sometimes I need like a bigger pillow than this. I don't know. That's the reason why it gives me like insomnia and I couldn't sleep at night. Lastly is Braxton Hicks contractions. If you don't know what's Braxton Hicks contractions, it's like a false labor or a false contraction. It's like what you usually feel when you have like your true labor. It feels like menstrual cramps, but worse than that. So on Braxton Hicks contractions, you most likely be feeling menstrual cramps, but mild. I haven't been experiencing like worse of it. I've experienced like the tightening of the abdomen. So now let's move on to body observations, like for my insecurities and stuff. 3 days ago, I just noticed that I have stretch marks, not on my belly, not on my boob area, but on my butt cheek. You know what, it makes me insecure at sometimes because I tend to be looking at my old photos, like my bikini photos, and I only have like the normal stretch mark. Now it looks really worse. Color is red. And the funny part is, instead of just like having it on the side of my butt cheek, it actually is forming like a bikini stretch mark, like a bikini or like an underwear looking stretch mark. Like, for example, this is the underwear. Stretch marks are here, and it has like lines of the underwear. I don't know how to explain it, so I'm just gonna show you a picture. It's not itchy. I didn't scratch it or anything. It's just there. Maybe my butt is stretching. So what I do just to moisturize it is I use cream or aloe vera gel the morning I wake up, after a shower, and before I go to bed. So I just massage everything, like on my butt, my boob part or my chest area, my belly, and on that butt cheek. So that's what I do. That's like most of my routine. Second, so I have this itchy part on my abdomen, the part on my linea nigra where it started. It's very itchy, and they say that it'll cause stretch marks if you try to scratch. So I force myself not to, I try my very hardest not to scratch it, even though it's like a satisfying scratch to now. So what I do is the same thing with my butt cheek area. I apply cream and aloe vera gel. I mainly focus on it if I apply something on my belly, and especially on my bottom part of my belly. So that's like an everyday routine. Next body changes or observation that I have seen is like a line on my neck. I used to not have this one, but it was today that Job noticed it, and I think this is because of my weight gaining, and that, look at me, I don't have a neck anymore. It's there from my weight gaining or skin pigmentation. I'm not really sure. Vaginal discharge. Now this one is really disgusting and nasty, but it really happens all the time, most especially if you have like the high tend of smelling when you're pregnant. You would actually feel, or like no, smell something down there. So hygiene is very essential on almost every day, especially when we go out in public, like to the mall, to the restaurant. I always bring extra underwear with me, and I stopped using panty liners because it can trigger my UTI. So I just bring extra underwear with me and change if I have to. I also use the feminine mist that I showed on my previous video about pregnancy, and a sanitary tissue. Those are like my go-to essentials that I really need to bring whenever I go out. This thing is gonna come out really soon, and I'm really excited. Those are the things that I'm experiencing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more mommy shaves video. Toodaloo! See you guys next time. Bye! Ikaw na ang pinaka maganda na dalaga sa aking mata. Ikaw na ang pinaka ganda na dalaga sa aking mata.